Посмотрел, что на карту ау какой-то нужно разгоняться и пролетать круг за 40 секунд. Что это за корабль? Даже на фрилансере можно летать. О боже. Такого корабля тут нет. А, это все правильно. Чуть не то. А вот. Почему нету? Все есть. Опа.
Couldn't argue for better conditions to race in, I suppose. Call me old-fashioned, but I follow the Wayland Vickers mantra. I love it when the weather's an opponent. Ships are at their start positions. And here we go. Look at it!
Ничего он не летит.
Checkpoint.
With the season rapidly approaching, it's going to be interesting to see who, if anyone, really establishes themselves as a racer to watch. Come on! New Horizon Raceway, known throughout the circuit for its
Лети, блин, гадина.
nicely done.
Да. Ну, как-то, блин. Какая-то фигня постоянно.
As an announcer, it's important that I remain impartial. But as a race fan, I've got to say, I hope somebody crashes soon. No! The MTR's recently implemented enhanced safety protocols are on full display. Sure, it makes the race a little less exciting.
Checkpoint.
But I guess some people would argue that that's worth the price of saving some lives. Not me, per se, but some people. New Horizon is really proving itself to be a thinking man's racetrack. We've got one lap remaining and one last chance for these pilots to prove themselves. My understanding is that Consolidate Outlands owner Silas Kerner is enjoying the race today from his luxury box. Well, let me just say this, Silas. If you're on the market for a new best friend, I'm available. After Chaos Sonora's qualifier win at Issingon last week, everyone's asking if any of today's competition will knock her out of the top slot.
Да. Что-то не получилось. С манипуляциями он вообще не хочет лететь.
The MCR's recently implemented enhanced safety protocols are on full display. Sure, it makes the race a little less exciting, but I guess some people would argue that that's worth the price of saving some lives. Not me per se, but some people. Engines hum and thrusters burn as they wait for that final count.
Three, two, one, go.
And the qualifier is kicked off.
Landing complete. Launch complete.
Excellent.
Ну что ты опять хочешь? Ну какого, блин? Какого ефиопа? У тебя такие...
That's a great sight. Absolutely incredible.
Вообще.
Landing gear up.
And the ships clear a lap.
Checkpoint.
At this level of competition, seeing flying this shoddy is almost
Да
a
куда?
rare treat.
Спокойствие, только спокойствие, да? Куда лететь?
Yes!
Checkpoint.
Шарик, блин. Что не врезается, то крутится. А 290, что-то.
Another ring cleared.
Это что-то не то.
The qualifier's winding down as we start the last lap.
Stand by.
I can't believe I'm watching this.
Да ты молодец. Ой, что-то там.
Pose a significant risk.
Не, это не тот корабль получается. Если у него скорость 290.
Someone's helmet must be too tight because they're
Checkpoint.
flying backwards. Couldn't argue for better conditions to race in, I suppose. Call me old-fashioned, but I follow the Wayland Vickers mantra. I love it when the weather's an opponent.
Так, чисто попробовать, что это за корабль.
Is that Consolidated Outlands owner Silas Kerner is enjoying the race today from his luxury box. Well, let me just say this, Silas. If you're on the market for a new best friend, I'm available. Racers are lined up and ready to go.
Three, two.
New Horizon is really proving itself to be a thinking man's racetrack. And another race underway.
230.
Checkpoint.
Many of the pilots have switched from drinking water during the race to a hydrating gel, just to shave off those precious few grams from their ship's weight. You'll often hear people grunting about max engine output, but give me precise maneuvering thrusters any day. Big risk there. We'll have to see if they made their move a little too early. Mark that, lap done.
Checkpoint.
With the season rapidly approaching, it's going to be interesting to see who, if anyone, really establishes themselves as a racer to watch. To those of you thinking of becoming pilots, this race should be considered a prime example of how not to win races. Today's race is turning out to be a real stick breaker. Looks like some of the pilots have chosen to hang back and avoid the whole struggling to win altogether. This is the beginning of the end, the last lap, the final bow, the ultimate circle, the big... Okay, I ran out of things, but you get the idea. The race is nearly ended. Some pilots really having an off race. They might want to rethink any plans to buy a lottery ticket tonight.
Checkpoint.
With a racetrack this huge, it can sometimes be difficult for pilots to get a full handle on the pacing they need to set for themselves.
Checkpoint.
To the pilots in this race, I ask, can you go faster? And if yes,
Lap
then
complete.
please go faster. Another lap in the log.
Checkpoint.
The pack's really starting to separate.
Checkpoint.
My understanding is that Consolidated
Если
Outlands owner Silas Kerner
на
is
полных
enjoying
оборотах
the race
двигаться
today from his
влево-вправо, то он
luxury
вообще
box.
не летит.
Well, let me just say this, Silas. If you're on the market for a new best friend, I'm available. The MCR's recently implemented enhanced safety protocols are on full display. Sure, it makes the race a little less exciting, but I guess some people would argue that that's worth the price of saving some lives. Not me to say,
Checkpoint.
but some people. Some pilots try to win through pure speed, others with precision, and by the looks of it, we have a few pilots out there trying to win through a new strategy. I'm going to You see, That's when you know when the ships are really handling well. When they can pull a ring like that and still manage to hold the
Скажи,
line.
какой корабль ты
And
используешь?
so we conclude another step in the immortal journey of man and machine. Another display of technical prowess and raw instinct. Another chance to watch stuff blow up. Good night.
Systems on.
Three, two, one, go.
And a clean launch out of the gate. Last chance to make final adjustments as we're near the start.
Checkpoint.
With barely meters to spare and at these intense speeds, those rings pose a significant risk.
Checkpoint.
Couldn't argue for better conditions to race in, I suppose. Call me old-fashioned, but I follow the Wayland Vickers mantra. I love it when the weather's an opponent.
Checkpoint.
Well, I'll be damned.
Checkpoint.
New Horizon Raceway,
Checkpoint.
known throughout the circuit for its tricky turns. And of course, it's New Horizons.
Checkpoint.
Now it's a race.
Где ж?
New Horizon is really proving itself to be a thinking man's racetrack.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Another ring cleared.
Checkpoint.
To the pilots in this race, I ask, can you go faster? And if yes, then please go faster.
Checkpoint.
Let's see if the pilots will be making adjustments as they head into the next lap.
For reintegration.
After Chaos Sonora's qualifier win at Issingon last week, everyone's asking if any of today's competition will knock her out of the top slot. Absolutely incredible!